to the return of our Dragon Age Origins series. I know it's been a little while. Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy New Year's. We're back, and we should be releasing videos daily again. Thank everybody for their patience, and thanks for coming back and watching this. If you haven't stopped watching and you've been watching this whole time, well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you do like the content. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And, yeah, our character left off the nice spicy scene with Morrigan. We did save Arl Eamon, and we are in the middle of recruiting the dwarves and the elves. So without further ado, let's get back into it. I did want to start off by catching up with my companions. I don't know where we're at, so let's have some conversations and see what everybody's thinking.
I wish to ask a question of you. I wish to know your opinion of love.
My opinion?
You and I have been intimate, for one.
Yes,
we have been close for some time now. You are impressive in many ways, and you even protected me from Flemeth without hope of reward. I feel anxious when I look upon you. I dislike this sense of dependency. 'Tis a weakness I abhor. If this is love, I wish to ascertain that you do not feel the same.
Are you saying that you love me, Morgan? And if I do love you?
Then we are both fools, and we need to do something immediately. I have allowed myself to become too close. This is a weakness for us both.
Love is not a weakness, Morgan.
You are not listening to me. Do not be such a fool. This is for your own good. I am not like other women. I am not worth your distraction, and you are not worth mine.
You are most definitely worth my distraction.
You are impossible. Have it your way, but I will tell you truly now. You will regret it in the end.
+2, hey. So, does that mean we're together now?
Your desire?
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Here to join me in my tent? I don't think we need to replay those scenes, but yeah, I'll just give her a quick kiss and we'll move on to someone else.
Such a romantic, I see.
Alright, +2. Gotta love it. Alright, my main man Sten. What's up, dude?
Yes.
Yes. What were you doing in that cage, Sten?
Sitting, as you observed.
Perfect. Oh, it doesn't give you many good Sten options. Let's see. You know, that's not what I meant, Sten.
It's what you asked.
Fine, let's drop this for now.
Parshera, was there anything else?
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
You said something earlier about mages.
We have no mages such as you do. We have beasts in the shape of men who perform tricks.
Why don't you have mages?
We have mages, we simply don't have the sort you do.
Why do you have different mages than we have?
For the same reason that we do not light our own houses on fire, or invite locusts into our fields.
Maybe we should stop talking about this.
You even talk about not talking?
I have another question.
Very well.
There is some wisdom in the chant, you know.
Then someone should release it into the wild. It is in danger of dying out.
That's the whole point of the chant.
Tell that to your priests, then. They seem to think otherwise. Tell me, where is the wisdom in crying for a derelict god to save you?
What would you do then?
My people have a tale. A great Ashkari during his travels came upon a village in the desert. There he found the houses crumbling, the earth so dry and dead that the people tied themselves to each other for fear a strong wind would carry the ground out from under their feet. Nothing grew there except the bitter memory of gardens. The Ashkari stopped the first man he saw and asked what happened here. Drought came, and the world changed from prosperity to ruin, the man told him.
So what happened next?
Change it back, the Ashkari replied. The villager became angry then, believing the Ashkari mocked him, for no one could simply change the world on a whim. To which the Ashkari answered, "Then change yourself. You make your own world."
I suppose you have a point.
Believe in whatever you like, absent creators or whimsical gods. Follow prophets or Ashkari or omens in the earth and sky. You will find wisdom only if you seek it. Harshera, we should move on.
Let's go.
As you wish.
+5. We're working on him. I definitely like having him in the team. I can't seem to do too good at getting his stuff up. His dialogue's much harder than the rest. He likes it straightforward. Which, you know, in a game of politics is not very common. Let's talk to Leliana. We haven't talked to her too much because we're not really using her.
Did you always live in an alienage? Was it very terrible?
I had my family. There was joy there too.
That is good to hear. I have never been to the Denerim alienage, but I hear that life is hard and there is so much squalor. In Orlais, most Alvan servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury.
I'd rather live free than be a slave.
They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais.
It's the same thing.
Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at.
Like a prize-winning animal?
No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry.
I might be elven, but more than that, I'm a person.
Of course. I am sorry if I implied otherwise. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
+1. Okay. Yeah, we did lose Win, which was very unfortunate. Let's see. Do we have anything we can give up? Let's give them some money. And we have some runes to give to the circle. Novice runes. And we'll give up Journeyman as well. I don't think we'll need those. Right. Cool.
Very generous, Warden. If you need staff after the battle, keep us in mind.
Will do. Thanks, bro. Alright. Let's talk to Alistair.
Something on your mind?
Have some questions.
Of course.
Why have you remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you wearing it.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
Do all Templars make these jokes, or just you?
Oh, you know, between all the guilt and the hours spent in solemn prayer, any good Templar or priest is just bursting to tell a few good jokes when the opportunity arises. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
You don't have to tell me. I was just curious.
I suppose there's no harm in it then. Sorry if I was being perverse. I'm just not used to anyone asking me these things. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
What did you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
The alienage in Denerim. That's where my family is.
You must miss them a great deal. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are the closest I ever got to that kind of family. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
Then they can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
Good call. Who do we have left? Zevran and Shale. Go say hi to Shale.
I see it found some augmentation crystals. I was not even aware it knew about them. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
Shale. No, they're quite slimming.
It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
+5, awesome. All right, let's see, Zevran.
I've a question, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
I guess you could go if you wanted to.
Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave?
I could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Yes. Alright, +8. Awesome. Do we have any gifts? I mean, we're in town, we might as well take care of things. Okay, so I've got some books to use. I'll have to remember to use those. Gifts. We've got a bunch of alcohol. We're not sure who likes that. A white rune stone. Ooh. Okay. A locket. Who would like a locket? I know she likes jewelry.
Interesting. Interesting.
I think those are just generic gifts anyway. A locket, though, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something she would like. Jewels in her hair, the cameo set in front of a filigree gold locket. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just leave that there. Oh, the high dragon horn. Got it. Okay. All right, yeah. Let's get back into Orzammar. We're gonna take Morgan, Sten, and Alistair. We're gonna head off to Orzammar. Ooh. We were attacked along the way. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, we got an ogre in the back. Let's just put on some acidic coating and go to town.
For more darkfall, I see. So I got.
As soon as I get over to him, he's already dead. Love it. Love it. Boys. Quartz. Spirit Bam. I gotta start selling those bombs. I just never use them. Let's see. Sparkles. Redcliffe soldiers.
Our Lehman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep the roads clear and safe.
Alright, cool. We're here. Alright. What have we done? I don't believe we've done too much. The document sitting
So
over here.
what's the deal with you and him anyway? Dare I ask?
Him? Him who? Is this supposed to mean something to me?
You know exactly who I'm talking about, Mr. Let's Make Kissy Faces over there.
My, my. You are jealous, aren't you? Did I take your favorite Grey Warden away from you?
What? I'm not jealous. I'm horrified.
Those blushing cheeks of yours tell a different tale.
These blushing cheeks are terrified that you'll suck all the blood out of them once you're finished with them.
If I feel the need to suck on anything of yours, Alistair, you'll be the first to know.
That was so not what I meant.
Perhaps we should go and tell him together about your touching concerns. Perhaps he'll pay more attention to you if you ask nicely.
Uh-huh. I think we're done here.
Done before you started, in fact.
Those two are the best. Alright, I do want to see if I can turn subtitles on. It's something I've been missing. Stereo. Controls. Subtitles, here we go. Let's turn them all on. Thanks. Cool. Codex is updated. Alright. Let's see. Let's go down here. Vigo's imports. It's locked. Okay. Kilometer.
Have you seen my lunch? It's a piece of lichen bread with a spread of old cheese and shredded dried meat. I'm only asking because you never know who's going to get hungry.
Are you all right?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work you've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Aren't dwarves immune to the lyrium's effects?
Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
Alright, yeah, let me take a look at your wares.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
Alright. Ooh, I wonder if this is anything Shale needs. +1 attributes. Spell resistance, okay. Health regeneration, defense, healing effects received, okay. Regeneration in combat, that's good. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what she needs or wants. We haven't really been using her much. We can get rid of these. And I was saying we're going to get rid of bombs. So let's just make sure we're doing that. Okay. I keep my inventory as low as I can. But thank you for your wares, brother. Alright. To the Diamond Quarter. Yeah, let's go up there. Council writ. Okay, so this is all part of the key to the city.
So the closer
You have
you
come
live
at
to
a
the
difficult
surface,
time.
the higher class you
Orzammar
are.
is ailing for want
Unless
of a
you're
king.
actually on the surface.
That's right, Alistair. Don't question it. Now, what was she saying?
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of a king.
Yes. We need to help them get a king, I believe.
Put the end of Orzammar behind.
We'll be able to sell it anyway. Take that, thank you. Let's see. Who's this?
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Alright.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
Yes, maybe. We'll see. House Idukin. The Shield of Orzammar. Okay. Thanks for the insight.
News of the hour. 2 more clans endorse Lord Balin as the new king. Change is inevitable, and it must come quickly.
Just gonna work our way up and back. Chamber of the Assembly. What else is down here? I guess this is the end of the line. Let's go in there first.
Thief! Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to?
I don't know what's what happened to your beard, man. Holy. Okay. Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
Alright, so bald with a big tattoo on his forehead. Awesome.
Excuse me, I can't chat.
Oh, she's busy. The Legion of Steel. Paragon Carradine. Okay.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
Sounds important. You looking to hire some help?
Not exactly, but I'm looking for any birth records from the old Orton Tig. It fell in the last blight, and my mother's family claims to be related. If I'm an Orton, it means I'm noble. I'd have my own house, a seat in the assembly. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Yeah, we'll look for you. No problem, Orda. Alright, as long as you're gonna pay me, I guess, right? We are a rogue, after all. Alright, let's see. Books. In praise of the humble king. Oh, humble nug. Sorry.
Delighted.
Hope you guys don't mind that I'm not reading every book aloud. But I do try to put them up so you guys can look at them if you want to. Orzammar Politics. Legion of the Dead. Ooh.
so I shall.
Dwarven faith. Shaper's life. Traditional dwarven folk songs. The gloves of diligence. Oh, gift. Search for the true prophet. Something telling me that's something that Wynn would like, but we lost her because we defiled the ashes. Not my finest hour. What can you do? You made a decision. The deep roads.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I am?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
I would like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
I come on behalf of Brother Burkle, a cleric of Redcliffe.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
A lot of good options here. What harm could it do? Charities could greatly aid Orzammar. I kind of like that. So the Chantry's charities could greatly aid Orzammar.
What sort of charities do you mean?
The Chantry cares for widows and orphans.
Traditionally, that is their extended family's responsibility, but sometimes people fall through the cracks. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
Can you tell me some of Orzammar's history?
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
How did you lose your golems? Because, you know, we have one.
The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridon's tide is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
We did see one earlier. Alright, enough history. Let's talk about basic Orzammar.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
What do you do as the Shaper of Memories?
The Shaperate guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost hikes. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
I can't look past their beards. Something seems very off about their beards. Alright, yeah, let's talk about Orzammar then, Lord Shaper.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
Trying to get more information about who's going to be king. I guess it doesn't really give us too much more. Okay.
Your presence has been recorded in the memories. I wish you well.
Thanks, brother. Alright. So we got some new quests from in here. We gotta find somebody who stole a book. We gotta find something down in the deep roads. Alright, let's get out of here.
Of course.
Let's see what was... I think the assembly is next on our list. Alright, who's this?
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Let's see. This treaty obliges Orzammar to send troops to the surface.
Ah, ancient documents indeed. These were signed in the reign of Eithnar Bimo, Paragon and King. That was 16 generations ago. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Battling the Blight is more important than politics.
No one wishes this fight over more than Balin. But while it rages, Orzammar can spare no one to combat what may or may not be a new Blight.
Are you implying a Grey Warden wouldn't recognize a Blight?
I believe you. But what are we to do? If Balin followed his heart and sent his men to aid you, Harrowmont would steal his throne. We would defeat the Blight and return to find our homeland devastated by an incompetent tyrant.
Then I will have to seek aid from Harrowmont instead, because you don't seem to want to care about anything except for Balin becoming king.
Wait. We must be cautious about whom to trust. But perhaps we could find a way. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence are we talking about?
Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
And where did you get the promissory notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your tree.
Not important. Right. Isn't there someone you could just report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrowmont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
Why not, though? Why couldn't he be unbiased just because he's got a... He holds a distant relative over his duty? That doesn't sound very dwarvish, yeah.
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I'll think about it.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
Okay, so they're trying to force me into picking Balin, as opposed to, I guess coerce is probably the better word, right?
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Instead of pleading a case, they just try to coerce.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts.
Something
I'll
is
see your head
definitely
on a
wrong with the
pike
beard graphics.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Oh boy. Yeah, this place is definitely hurting without a king.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize a Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Alright, is there a way I can break the stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Ferender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Okay, well, he doesn't give us much. We did talk to him already.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I gave you was clear. If you want Balin to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne.
Who are you again?
I don't know what insult you mean by pretending not to recognize me, but as you know, I am Vartag Gavorn, trusted associate of our future King Balin. Now, are you going to help us in return for Balin's aid or not?
I still haven't decided. I gotta talk to Harrowmont. I gotta see if somebody's actually willing to, you know, be a good leader and not just coerce people. I don't want to put another tyrant. I don't know if dwarves ever had a tyrant in charge, but we definitely don't want to put one in charge.
Better make up your mind, or Balin will wonder why you're spending so much time here.
Okay. Let's go check out the Harrowmont estate.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
Alright, I'm already liking what he's saying. So Harrowmont was the former king's choice, which is crazy because the prince would be his son. So let's see if we can get more information about that. I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against the blight. This is exactly what we said to the other guy, so let's see what he says.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
Okay. What do you want me to do? I don't want to give up Vartag yet, just in case he's the better choice. And how can I prove I'm not working for Balin? Or what would you want me to do? Denounce him publicly? Okay, yeah, let's say that.
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Haramont's best fighters into stepping down.
Okay, so he's trying to coerce me. He's blackmailed or intimidated Haramont's fighters to not work in this. Okay, so, I mean, we're leaning towards Haramont pretty heavily here. Especially if the king wanted to make him the next king over his own son. Do you want me to find out why your fighters dropped out?
That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Haramont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
Okay. Yeah, so let's find out why the fighters dropped out, and then we'll kind of make a decision from there. Yeah, so I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the proving master and tell him you're entering Lord Haramont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Man, those beards are really getting to me. I'll have to see if I can find a fix in between this episode and the next one. Let's see, what is this? The Royal Palace. So since Balin's a prince, I'm guessing he's in here.
Of course.
Oh. Okay. These are just common thieves. I don't think we need to use a poison or anything. Let's go take out the guys in the back.
Now this is confusing. Here we go.
Ooh, stem. Okay, bro. Roxanne. Like rock
Good on you,
lobster.
Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess desperate times drive people to strange things.
As you desire.
So why are things so desperate?
Delighted.
Okay, let's see if we can go in here. Nothing going on in here, it looks like. Okay, what's next? Can't go in there. Or there.
Of course. And so I shall.
A love letter. It's a very continuing thing. I wonder if it leads to a quest. Ooh, a glass phylactery. Okay. Short bow. Many of King Endrin's belongings have been rushed into storage, including trophies of his long reign. Among the boxes is a small glass phylactery. The area is unnaturally cold. Dark shapes swirl around a slip of paper within the vial. Yeah, let's take the vial. The glass fractures at your touch. Ah, yes, our good friend the Revenant.
All right. So I shall.
Ooh, people are getting slam jammed. Alistair, do you have a taunt or something, bro? That threaten. Did you never give him taunt? Okay. I'll have to work towards taunt then. Okay. Yeah. Go back to what we were doing. Oh, Morgan's down. Okay. We're gonna have to pay some attention here. I just need a little guy. Aura of weakness. Oh, okay.
Come, let's shake some blood.
He's on it. Let's get a big one instead, bro.
What now?
Blow it.
Yes.
Nice.
If you were more careful, that wouldn't happen.
Sorry, Morgan. Scrap of paper and a couple gold. The Black Vials. So that's our second one. Seems to be there's multiple. Okay, that is fun. Alright, where were we? Where were we? Throne of Orzammar. I can't. Caged in stone. Alright. With all this fire burning underground, you'd think there'd be some serious carbon monoxide issues.
And so I shall.
Alright. Royal Guard. Locked. Must be where Balin is.
The Prince values your support, Warden.
Doesn't have it yet. Does not have it yet. Alright, let's see if there's anything we can find in Haramont's estate.
Lord Haramont, said to have kicked Castless in the street. Does he respect none beneath his station?
Okay, so he's kicking people into the street. She was telling us Haramont was a good choice when we first got here.
Lord Balin is a bad, bad man. Yes, very bad.
Okay, that's not very intriguing. He's just bad, huh? Okay. You do better than that at rousing people.
If you're looking for Lord Dulin Forrender, you'll find him at Mattapodz, taking his evening drink.
Right. Haramont's study. Nice little home he's got going on here. Jersey.
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone for you.
Well, thank you. Somebody leveled Alistair. What do we want to make, Alistair? Oh, we need to work on taunts because, yeah. I think that's going to be more important than shield wall. Defender. Cool.
And so I shall.
Scroll. I can't click on said scroll. There we go. A letter from King Endrin. Ooh. My guilt weighs heavily on me, and I now know that I was a fool. Only a fool would cut out his own heart and burn it for the sake of appearances. I allowed the assembly to send my child to exile and death because I feared an inquiry into Darrien's murder would taint our house and with scandal. You have been my rock and my shield these long months, and for that I thank you. But I must ask for one more thing. I wish to discover if my child survived. Even the smallest trace will set my mind at ease. Send your men, your scouts, anyone who will go. Balin thinks I am mad. He says that if word spreads of my wish, our house will be undone. He doesn't know that Iduken is already lost. I destroyed us when I sacrificed what was most precious. Please, Pyrrell, help me. I come to you not as a king, but as a father. Yeah, see, he doesn't like Balin. And hits his own son. We're gonna go with Harmon. We don't even know who the old king was, but... or what really happened to him. But that letter, pretty much secured Harmont for me. So, let's go get into this proving. We still want to find out why the other guys weren't gonna fight for him, though. Because if something happens there, then, you know, maybe we change our mind, but... I don't see that happening at this point.
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teach? Ha!
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Ouch.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
What do you mean, barely warrior caste?
Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
And what were you guys arguing about?
It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching.
And why did Branka go into the deep roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
Do we know she's a paragon? Okay, let's just ask, how did she become a paragon?
She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly a third. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Bronca, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
Oh. So Bronca was married to him?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
So is that what you two were arguing about, really, Bronca?
It's been 2 years since Bronca left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives.
That was a repeat. Let's get out of here. I should leave before you start complaining about me, too.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
No, I don't think we will. I don't think that we will.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter. No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
Even his armor seems off. Yeah, all the textures like broken. I guess if I see any nugs, I can. Are they dangerous though?
Gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise, no. Safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
All right. Well, if I see any, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
I think I just saw one. There it is.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy to see that nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
I'm gonna follow them in.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
How about, yeah, let's intimidate him. Take a good look. Do you really want to start this?
Whoa, whoa. All right, you win.
I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Alright, that's what I thought.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
What do you know about this Jarvia? Yeah, I want to know more about her.
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
Okay. And what do you know about her Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
Okay. Okay, so we got some good information. Let's see what he's got for sale.
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely take that remarkable emerald. I think that's going to be for sale. We'll take his elf root so he can make potions. How many flasks do we have? 65. I think we're pretty good there. We'll grab some distillation agents. And some concentrator agents. Greater health poultice. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, we'll grab the lyrium while we're here too. He said he's given us good prices, so hopefully he's not lying. Oh yeah, we got some stuff to sell him. All right. And let's get out of here. Anything I can make? Looks like we make lots. Concentrated death root. That's the good stuff. Concentrated venom. Ooh, the crow's poison. Make one of those. Alright. Let's get those back on our bar. Cool. Yeah, what is this? Let's use it. Nice. A free ability. Punisher. Duelist. Bonus to attack while this mode is active. Defense adds bonus to defense. Oh, okay. Exploit weakness. Okay, so mostly for backstabbing, which is fine. I should be doing more backstabbing anyway. But we're gonna pick up duelist. Or dueling. Put that back here. Right. We're gonna activate it. We're now dueling people. Alright, cool. Make us a little tankier, but add some extra damage too, which is nice. Oh right, did we ever give that nug back to that guy? No, because we saw that whole thing happening.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
I've got a nug here for you.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Alright. Since we're having so many texture issues, I'm going to see if I can fix those, and we're going to end this episode here. Thank you everybody for watching. If you did like the comment, please feel free to hit the like button down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, helps me out a ton. Welcome everybody to 2022, and like I said, we're going to try to get a new episode out every day this year. I'm going to try my hardest, that is my promise. And as always, later nerds.